Robert Irvine Show.
He acts like he wanted to commit 1 minute, but he's quick to tell me that I'm not his girlfriend. I'm tired of it. He's 20 now.
He's 20 now.
And I'm 31.
Do you think you're going to change him?
Yeah, I guess you could say that, yeah.
Let me ask you, do you love Shatavia?
I don't know.
We had twins. One of them passed away.
I ain't signed no birth certificate. Hey,
And
I do what I want to do.
plus, was she taken away from you and put in foster care because of drugs?
Absolutely.
I had several foster parents. I had good ones and I had bad ones.
My children know how to push my button as if I owe them something.
But you
And
do. You owe
What
us
I owe-
everything.
Also,
My son caught the woods on fire.
I'm going to take you to a base, an army base. I'll even fly you to D.C. to look at the Pentagon. But I'm only going to do that if you change. If you step out of line one more time, the deal's off.
And now he made the honor roll.
They want me to cry, and I'm probably going to cry in a minute, all right? So that's right now. Welcome. How many of you have been in a relationship where the other person refuses to commit? What do you do? While most of you say you would end the relationship, my guest Shativa came up with a different solution after her boyfriend Khalil refused to put a ring on it. She busted out his windows, sprayed him with mace. So please welcome Shativa to the show. Shativia, how are you?
I'm fine.
I am scared of you right now. So tell me, sprayed him with mace?
Yes, Mr. Robert, I sprayed it with mace because I'm tired of him leading me on. He acts like he wanted to commit 1 minute, but he's quick to tell me that I'm not his girlfriend. I'm tired of it.
And how long have you guys been together?
We've been together a little bit over a year.
There's quite an age difference, right?
Yes, there is, but
What is that age difference?
11 years.
11 years. So he's
20 now.
He's 20 now.
And I'm 31.
And you're 31.
Yes, I'm
Okay.
31, but age ain't
beautiful
nothing but a
31.
number.
Well,
Age ain't
no,
nothing but a number.
age-
18 made him legal.
But you have a child together.
Yes, we do. We have a premature daughter. She was born 2 months early.
So she's in the hospital?
Yes.
You say he won't commit to you.
Yeah, I mean, that's just as far as him saying I'm not his girlfriend, but he sleeps in my bed every night. I give him money. I buy his food. So it's just like we're in a relationship to me.
Well,
but
you're
he's
in a
misleading
relationship
me.
and so are you allowed to date other men?
No.
So he won't commit, but you've got to.
Yeah, yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
But he sounds
loves
like he
me.
doesn't want responsibility at 20 years old.
Yes.
So if you know that, why do you push him?
Just because we do all the things boyfriends and girlfriends do. Like,
Does he work?
no, he's not currently working.
Do you pay for his food?
Yeah.
Do you pay for his car? Do you pay for everything?
Yeah, I do.
So the relationship is very one-sided.
Yeah, it is. You could say that.
Okay. So when did it start? Your relationship start having problems?
It started off It started off rocky. Just when he don't get his way, he kicks things, he throws things. He wrecked my car, and he said it was a hit and run, but he's the one who got ticketed. So I'm not understanding how somebody hit you and ran, but you are the one who got the ticket. He got the ticket because
So has he paid for the car to be fixed?
No, he has not.
How much is the damage on the car?
I don't know. It's still wrecked. It's sitting in my driveway right now, wrecked. No bumper.
So you told my producers that he is verbally abusive towards you?
Yeah, he's definitely very abusive.
What does
He calls me bitches. He tells me he don't want to be with me. He throws things. He kicks things.
So if you won't commit and you're supporting him, why are you still with him? Simple question, right?
Yeah. Because
Hang on a minute. Wait for this one. Because you love him.
and I'm hoping that he'll change. Like I'm really just sitting around hoping and waiting on him to
You got all
change.
these dudes you can talk to. You got all these people that want you, but you with me.
Do you think you're going to change him?
Yeah, I guess you could say that. Yeah.
I think it's time to meet Khalil. Khalil, come in here. So, So, let me ask you, do you love Shatabia?
I don't know.
Ooh.
Well, what do you mean you don't know? You tell me you love me, so you just saying it just because?
Yeah.
So you and Shatabia just had a baby, right?
Yeah, we just had a baby.
Yeah. But you haven't seen the baby.
No, I haven't seen it.
Why?
Every time I tried to ask her about it, she always changed the subject. You know what I'm saying? It's been months. They came in August, and I found out a week after they was born because I wasn't talking.
But why is that?
You tell me why
is that?
You busted out my window,
and you took it out on them, so that's why you didn't see him.
What do you mean took
I took it out on them, or I wasn't talking to you.
Okay, so you didn't go to the hospital to see him. Still, you know they was born.
A week later.
Out they was born.
A week later. You knew where I lived at. Why you didn't tell me sooner?
Man, every time I went to your house, you was never home. You didn't take the time out to go and see him.
Hey.
Going to see him wasn't important.
It is your son, right? So it's his son?
We had twins. One of them passed away, so it was two of them.
Okay.
A boy and a girl. But the girl, she's still surviving. She's still in the hospital. She's been in the hospital
I ain't signed
since
no birth certificate. I ain't signed no birth certificate. I ain't seen no birth certificate. How you gonna sign a birth certificate
if you wasn't there when they was born?
You didn't tell me.
You wasn't there when they was born.
Every time I try to ask, every time.
Since we've been living together for a month, you ain't never say, you told me you had to work, and you know you did.
I did have to work.
So don't sit up here and tell these people that you ain't see him because I didn't let you see him. You just now saying, could I go and see my daughter now? So don't sit up here and be like, she didn't let me see my kids, because it was never that.
So let me ask you, why won't you commit to Shatabia?
I just don't want to commit to a woman right now. If I respect you like I said, if I'm not ready, why would I jump into something I ain't ready for? Then I hurt you even worse.
If you won't commit to her, why don't you let her see other men then?
I do say that. I don't say that. I don't say you can go run off with nobody.
You say you can do what you want to do, but then when the man called my phone, you came in the house hooping and hollering, who was this calling your phone? And I asked you. I said, I don't know who calling my phone. The number's not in my phone. You get mad. Just like we was just at the hotel room, you talk about something. If you want to be with somebody, tell me. What, you want somebody else? So don't make it seem like you don't care, when in reality, you care. Oh, you definitely care.
Here's the thing. What did she do to your apartment windows?
They spent the night at my house the night before. Her and her daughter, I cooked them some food and stuff because she thought I couldn't cook, but I could really cook. So they cooked me some food. Her daughter had gotten to
Can he cook?
Yeah, it was some nice chicken breast.
All right, good.
Her daughter had got into a little altercation. You know, they get it in. She ride down on Marcus, and I'm all the way on the other block. You let my daughter get jumped? What you talking about? So she started talking mess and this, that, and the third. So I go to the rec center. You know me, I'm the peacemaker. I go to the girl supposedly that jumped her, and I go to her daughter. I take her, I said, hey, did she jump you? No, they ain't jump me. All right, so she's 16, they 16. Y'all gonna fight it out. She tries to fight the daughter. She tried to fight the little girl. Along with her little daughter was getting beat up. She tried to fight the little girl, so I pick her up. The police was sitting right there. So she thinking that I'm siding with the other side. I'm saving your life.
You definitely side with the other side. You definitely would side with the other side, because even after they got into the fight, you allowed these people to be in your house. That's why your window got busted out.
Can I talk?
And you told me what I wasn't going to do when I went over there and I did it.
I pick you up, put you on the bench because you're about to go to jail. You maced me and my cousin. Police officer.
Maced you too, right?
Yeah, she maced me and my cousin.
Why did I make sure your cousin? Because you can't run up into my car poking me in my face. Why did I make sure? I didn't make sure for nothing.
So now I was poking you in your face.
You was. That's what I maced you. That's what I maced you.
So she maced you.
So now I'm poking you in your face.
So then tell me what you did with the windows. I still got the window story.
I busted them out with a shovel.
The lower ones? Or
No, the kitchen one.
Okay.
She bust my window out.
Why did you do that? Because you were mad?
Yeah, I bust out his window.
So when we have a relationship that seems so volatile, right? Why are you together?
I asked him. I tell him, why you with me? Why you with me? Do you even respect me? Do you? Do you even care how I feel? Do you? Do you even understand how I feel?
Are you cheating on her?
No, I ain't cheating on her. No, at all.
Okay. I'm just asking you, you're 20 years old. If I was 20 years old, sorry, I would be out. Hey, I was in the military at 20 years old. I was having a grand old time. So, Just saying. He's in a relationship, you can't do that. But you think you're in a relationship, he won't commit, but he won't let you see other men. So that's kind of, and when somebody phones you, he gets upset, or when you see him with somebody else, you put out his windows.
I busted out his window because he was siding with the other side.
Why you mentioned the first time? Hold on, let's go back to the first time you mentioned.
Right, so we came here for a lie detector test, right? You want to know if he's cheating on you.
Yes, absolutely.
Coming up.
Hey,
and
I do what I want to do.
There you are. And later, in the last 3 months, right, you've given each of them $1,500.
Last month, that was $1,500 last month.
Each of them?
No, you ain't give me where my money at.
Oh, just Jason?
Yes.
Can I have some?
Then, last time he was here, he was out of control.
Hunter was bullying his brother. He was picking on other kids. He was hanging out with other kids that were getting into trouble. I was very, very
Setting
concerned.
fires, being disrespectful.
Oh, yes.
I mean, stealing from friends. I mean, the list goes on,
yes,
right?
Yes.
What happened after you left the show? Still to come. I'm here for a lie detector test, right? You want to know if he's cheating on you.
Yes, absolutely.
So what happens if I read these and he's cheating?
I'm done. I'm done. It ain't really nothing to chase anymore.
All right, so we asked Khalil, since dating Shatavia, have you had sexual contact with anyone else that she doesn't know about? You said no. Lie detector determined, however, that was a lie. We asked Khalil, since dating Shatavia...
I thought you said you passed. I thought you said you don't be lying.
We asked Khalil, since dating Shatavia, have you had oral sex with anyone that she doesn't know about? Khalil said no. Lie detector determined that was another lie.
So all this time you...
Khalil, since dating Shatavia, have you had sexual intercourse?
I thought you told me you passed.
I forgot
I thought you said you passed.
I forgot to tell you.
Yeah, there's another one here. We asked Khalil, since dating Shatavia, have you had sexual intercourse with anyone that she doesn't know about? Khalil said no. Surprise, surprise, that was a lie. We asked Khalil, are you using Shatavia for her money? He answered no. Lie detector determined that was the truth. He's not using you for your money. So, he's been cheating on you in his relationship. He's had sex, oral sex.
Hey,
and
I do what I want to do.
There you are. So as I said,
Since you to do what you want to do, get your out my house. That's what you can do. If you do what you want to do.
Shatavia. I'm getting a lot of exercise today. Shatavia. You came for answers, right?
Yeah, I did.
You knew it. You suspected it. Now you have the answers. You're 31 years old. You're very smart. You're attractive. You can find anybody you want to find. He's 20 years old. You're on a different playing field, all right? He's never going to commit to you. He's too young. Got to find somebody that's on your life level that you can talk to, that can love with, and do all the fun things with, right?
Okay.
So, you upset?
No, I'll be okay.
Okay. So he's got to get all his stuff out of the house, right?
Oh, yeah. And be back sleeping in bandos. He don't got nowhere to go. He need me, I don't need him. So I don't even know what I've been holding on to for 13 months for.
Well, do you want to tell him get his stuff out?
His stuff is already out. It's in L.A.
Just tell him and...
His stuff is already out. I don't know how you gonna get from the airport or nothing.
Well... You tell him it's over and be done with it. Well, I think you know the answer to this, right? The relationship is over?
Never was one.
There never was one, but 13 months. And by the way, you have a daughter in intensive care.
I'm still gonna be the best father, you know, I could be. I don't know why she trying to make it like I ain't never asked her.
That's good.
But she know deep down inside, man, you know, I care about my daughter, man. You know, I care about my kids, period. You know, just because, you know, I was angry with you and I couldn't be around at you at the time, that didn't mean I wasn't thinking about my kids the whole time I wasn't talking to you. So,
Well,
if it's over, good, man. Do whatever make you happy, man. That's all I want you to do. If it's what makes you happy, do it, man. Because it don't look like you happy with me, because I ain't gonna change.
but you've been happy without her, right? A couple of times, apparently.
All the time.
Right?
All the time.
So you're 20 years old, go and enjoy your life. You enjoy your life, but you have a responsibility too, right? Take care of that kid and pay whatever needs to be paid, right? That's your responsibility, right? Stay with us. Wish you both the best of luck. Stay with us. We'll be right back.
So, I couldn't tell her the truth because I felt like she wasn't ready for it. I got a daughter with you, so I gotta do what I gotta do. That don't mean I gotta be with you. You know, I don't want no ties. If you ain't real, don't come my way.
Joe, drugs can tear apart families, especially when a drug-addicted parent can't raise their children because of it. It can cause resentment and abandonment issues between both parent and child. That's exactly what's happened to my next guest, Linda. She tried to make up for not being fully present in her kids Sarah and Jason's lives, but instead of their mother's love, they want their mother's money. But Linda says she's here today to end all that. Please welcome Linda. How are you, Linda? Very nice to see you.
Mr. Restaurant
Nice
Impossible.
to see you. Yes, Mr. Restaurant Impossible. Yes.
Yes.
So welcome. So
Hi.
how long have you been clean?
I've been clean since 1993.
Awesome.
Yes.
Congratulations. I know that's not easy.
It was actually very easy for me. One day I just woke up and I said no more, and it ceased.
Well, what drew you to drugs?
I like to call them generational curses. First, my mom died when she was 24 years old.
Of?
Her childbirth,
Okay.
but a lot of abuse was suffered in my family as well.
Okay. So I take it that drug was to mask all that pain.
It was, the drugs was to mask all the pain.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. So you thought you had a motherless mother.
I am a motherless mother.
You think that is carried forward to the way you parent?
I think it had a lot to do with it. Once I found out that my mom passed, at that point, and I was 13, after I was abused, I went to the streets.
When you were 13?
I raised myself.
Wow. So, okay.
Yeah.
So the first years of your daughter Sarah's life, she was in foster care?
Yeah, she was. I wasn't allowed to take her home. Yeah.
Did you... Did you maintain a bond with her in foster care, or were you still living on the streets?
Absolutely.
Okay.
Day one.
But was she taken away from you and put in foster care because of drugs?
Absolutely.
Okay.
Because at that time, you could not take your child home from the hospital if your system wasn't clean.
So that clearly, I can see in your eyes right now, there's some pain there, right?
It's a lot of pain.
It's okay.
I'm in pain about my past.
Okay. Did you ever receive any like therapy for that?
No. No.
I can tell. So how is your relationship with your daughter now?
Sarah?
Yeah.
It's good. It's good. It's been rocky. You know, we've had our ups and downs as any mother and daughter would. But at this moment in my life, I am really proud of where we came from to where we're going.
Okay.
I am. Yeah. Yeah.
So do you feel that Sarah loves you, or she loves what you can give her?
No. Sarah loves me. She might not necessarily like some of the things that I've done, but she loves me.
Okay.
You know, I truly believe that.
So Sarah got out of foster care when she was 4 years old?
Yeah, about that.
And lived with her dad, right?
Yeah.
Joined custody when Sarah was 7. And what about Jason? Where does Jason come in all this?
When I had Jason, I wasn't on drugs. I took Jason home from the hospital.
Okay.
Okay. His father at that time was the one that was on drugs. He's not here anymore. He died when my son was about 7 years old. So
I want to meet your kids. So let's bring out Sarah and Jason. Come on out, guys.
How are you?
Hello, how are you?
Welcome to the show.
Thank you.
Thanks for coming. Nice to meet you.
Same.
Wow, your mom has had a rough ride. Did you
We
know?
all did.
You know, huh?
We all had a rough life.
But do you know what she went through?
Yes, she's told me most of it.
What were your thoughts of being in foster care, if you can remember?
I had several foster parents. I
Okay.
had good ones and I had bad ones.
Jason, do you remember anything about your childhood?
I remember a lot about my childhood. You know, I grew up with my grandparents from about 6 months old.
Very cool.
Yeah.
So do you know why you were placed in foster care?
I believe because my mom was on drugs.
Okay.
there was never a time when I was not with Sarah.
Okay.
From day one, when she went into foster care, my visits was, what, 2 to 3 times a week. I was there.
Okay.
I was there.
Okay. So you love your kids, right?
Of course she loves us.
I love my kids to life.
But we're here because you feel that your kids are taking advantage of you right now. Is that correct? Or
Yeah.
We don't
So
take
how do
advantage
you-
of you.
No, you don't. You know what? I have this thing where they seem to know how to make me feel guilty for me not being there for them in the way that they would have wanted me to be there for them.
How do you get over that guilt? Because you can't go back however many years, right? So what do you do?
No, you can't. You can't go back. So I just pacified it.
So how do you
whenever they
pacify
needed-
them?
Whenever they needed something, if Mom, I need this or I need that financially or whatever, then I would always, okay, here.
Is that correct, guys?
Yes.
Yes, she was financially there for us, but not really there for us.
I get that.
So
She wasn't financially there for me until I was about maybe 16 or 17. And even then, it was still like periodically, like our relationship would always be like, you know, off and on.
But that's what all of us. That's what all of us.
So your mum will buy you clothes, shoes?
Yeah, she buy me clothes. She'll give me money. You know, things like that. You know, things to keep me satisfied with. Oh, well, that's my mom. When the money and the clothes didn't really mean anything.
Did you use your mum's absence to make her feel guilty to get that money?
I did.
Yeah. Okay. I like your honesty. Thank you.
He did. He did.
So
And I still do.
And he still does.
Somewhat me too.
Yeah.
So why in the last 3 months, right? You've given each of them $1,500.
Last month, that was $1,500 last month.
Each of them?
No, you ain't give me where my money at.
Oh, just Jason?
Yes.
Can I have some?
I'm gonna move in with you.
I thought you knew.
Right.
No. All of the financial burdens that this has put on me has really been a strain. Jason.
But if that's the case, why did you give him $1,500?
Because he asked for
Why?
it.
Because he asked for it, and he's my son. My children know how to push my buttons as if I owe them something.
But you
and
do.
Exactly.
You owe
What
us
I owe
everything.
you, I do.
What-
What I owe you is wings to fly.
You ain't give it to me yet.
What do you want from your mum for wings to fly? Explain that to me.
I think what they want is
No, I'm not. I
consistency.
want her to tell me.
Okay, go ahead.
What do you want from your mum for wings to fly? Explain that to me.
I think what they want is
No, I'm not.
consistency.
I want her to tell me.
Okay, go ahead.
Just be there and not leave. Not keep walking in and out of us. Because it's not fair. It's not fair to none of us. It's not.
So do you still do that, go in and out of their lives?
No, not recently. I have been consistent.
So what
with
do you mean
Sarah.
by that, Sarah?
I've been consistent with my grandchildren. She's
been
talking about in the
consistent with
past.
me.
I've been
But she has
consistent.
3 other kids that she needs to be consistent with, too.
You have to listen carefully.
Yeah.
It's not money they want.
Oh, I get
You
that.
got the money, I get it. You're not
I
going to
get
burst
that.
out into tears.
I get that.
What do you want from your mom?
A genuine relationship. I admit that I do, you know, ask her for money out of guilt, and I do use that to my advantage. But I'm hurt because, you know, she wasn't there for me growing up.
Right.
You know, I admit that I've made a lot of mistakes in my past, you know, and I've kind of followed the same pattern as my father, even though I didn't know him, and also as my mom.
So what kind of relationship do you have with your mom?
An off and on relationship.
The same as what Sarah's saying.
Because it's always like, you know, she's around now, and then, you know, then she may disappear. Sometimes she can be a little obnoxious. She tries to be a mom now, and we're grown, and it's like, we can't do that.
They don't want money, and okay, he's using
No,
it,
we do
see?
want the money.
I want, yeah, exactly.
We want the money, but we want the relationship, too.
You can have the second one, the relationship, and if the money follows that based on the relationship without guilt, that's different. This time that she's in, how long has she been in?
A few months.
How long do you think she's gonna be in?
Nobody knows.
Only God knows.
No. I'm here for the duration.
She said that before.
So I have a question for
the
you.
duration.
When you're not in the guy's life, where do you go?
I'm still dealing with a lot of my own demons from my
So how are
past.
you dealing with those?
So I isolate myself.
You're being that same parent you were when you were doing drugs. Because you're not in their life now, you're in and out. And when you hibernate to fix your problems,
Right. And I'm not fixing them.
you're isolating yourself from your family.
Right.
And what they want, what I'm gathering here, yes, you want some cash, but they want the relationship with you, not sporadic. Because
Right.
you're not being a
Absolutely.
mom.
Absolutely.
You're not being a mom to them.
Absolutely.
Or the other sibling. Am I right there?
I would have to say my door has always been open, and I keep telling you that all the time.
But it's a lot of in your door.
Wow. Okay. Thank you. Yes, there is, and I'm working on that. I can't have my kids back in my life if they have some kind of ill intention towards me because of the pain that was caused from me, and then I have to go back into my shell and protect myself.
So
I
have you
can't do
have you
that.
told them this?
I'm telling you, I'm saying this to you guys right now. Sarah, I already know that you have forgiven me. I do. And I thank you. Jason. I know that you've gone through some hard times. I know you had to fight. I know you had to fight, Sarah. I'm proud of both of you.
But actions speak louder than words.
Actions do speak louder than words.
Right.
And my actions have been consistent thus far. Thus far. With Jason, for the last couple of months, since he's been back home, I have been consistent with him.
But here's the thing, you can't expect Jason to change his opinion of you in a couple of months or when you just pop in and then you're gone.
No,
because that's
I can't.
unfair. That's unfair to him. And obviously, you've had some rough times, you've had some rough times, you've had some really rough times from abuse and all the rest of it, which I hope you've shared with your family because that's the first step of receiving help.
I've shared it.
Right? In the audience, I have a very dear friend, psychotherapist Delise Diaz. Welcome to the show. Delise, what does money really signify in this family?
Like they said, she owes them, and that's their belief. And I just want to start, Linda, by saying congratulations on your sobriety. And with sobriety, in sobriety, it's just not being off drugs, it's actually doing the work to be in recovery.
Yeah.
And one thing I've heard you say a couple of times, actually, is that they make you feel guilty. And I just want to say, no one can make you feel anything. It's something you're doing to yourself to get yourself feeling really guilty, so then you give the money.
The guilt, I do agree that it's something that comes from within. That's something that I'm still working on with myself, you know. And I've talked to my children about not putting me in a place where I feel like I owe them something.
But you do.
Yes, I owe you. First, let me say this.
You owe motherhood. You don't owe
Yes.
financial. Now it's about being a parent.
Right.
Not, and if money flows there, they're going to great, but only you can give that based on you, not on what they think. Delise,
Yes,
right?
so time and attention, according to what they say is valuable to them, is what's important for you to pay attention to and tune into what they're saying. Say, hey, Sarah, how can I be there for you?
Yeah.
And then to listen to her and listen to your son. Your son is clearly still carrying so much hurt and so much pain, and you say that you still go in and out of his life. So sit there, take the time with him, do some work with him, and ask him, how can I be here for you now today? Because today is all we're given. That's all we're promised.
Correct.
Well, here's the thing. You have to, I'm going to wrap it up, but you have to do this. You have to fight those demons, and if you need help with the abuse and all that stuff, I will give you referrals in your area that you can get that help. What you need to do is work on you, but also work on the relationship with the kids and be the mom that they didn't have now going forward.
Yes.
That's exactly right.
I wish you and your siblings well. Stay with us. We'll be right back.
I just want a mom that's, you know, going to come without shenanigans and not disappear on me. Because in the past, all I've been knowing.
I'm still struggling with my issues, but I don't want that to reflect upon my relationship and how I treat them as their mother. And I will not be going in and out of your life anymore, okay? I'm going to be consistent.
I just want, you know, everyone to come together like any other family would and just be happy.
Up next, last time he was here, he was out of control.
Hunter was bullying his brother. He was picking on other kids. He was hanging out with other kids that were getting into trouble. I was very, very
Setting
concerned.
fires, being disrespectful.
Oh, yes.
I mean, stealing from friends. I mean, the list goes on,
yes,
right?
Yes.
What happened after you left the show? And I can't wait to find out what Hunter's been up to. Please welcome Melody back to the show. So... Wow. I have to tell you something. Obviously, you and Hunter were a very personal thing for me. Last time he was here, he was out of control, right? I mean, we saw what he was doing porn, he was, you know.
I was worried, honestly, that Hunter wasn't going to be a successful young man. I was worried he was going to follow in his father's footsteps.
Right.
But you changed everything for us.
Besides stealing, watching porn, smoking, we had other issues, right, with Hunter?
Hunter was bullying his brother. He was picking on other kids. He was hanging out with other kids that were getting into trouble. I was very, very
Setting
concerned.
fires, being disrespectful.
Oh, yes.
I mean, stealing from friends. I mean, the list goes on,
yes,
right?
Yes.
What happened after you left the show?
Hunter holds his head higher. Hunter has goals in life. All he does is talk about the future and how blessed he is. He helps kids that are less fortunate. The list goes on.
Right. So, I mean, he's changed. He's doing good things. How was his grades at school before the show?
Oh gosh, I was concerned he wouldn't make it to the to 8th grade, and now he made the honor roll.
Yeah. I have his report card here. It's a very personal story to me. And why it's so personal to me is because he said something when I was sitting with him, and everybody expected me to go off and shout at him. And I sat and put my arm on the chair and let him tell me what he told me, right? How is your relationship now? Because it was very rocky, right? Obviously,
Yeah.
there's a lot going on.
Well, I got to where I didn't even want to take the time to really talk to him because he was being so disrespectful and he wouldn't listen. And now that I've taken a few minutes every day, not only for us to be involved, in the Boys and Girls Club and with other kids, but he sits down, does his own homework, and helps other kids do theirs.
What was it? Yeah, and
He's a different child.
But what was it that made him change that? There was a pivotal point that changed him. What do you think that was?
Talking to you changed everything. He saw that you're driven and that you have goals. He sees how you reach out to others, and he wanted to be like you.
And I made a deal with him that he had to, you know, shape up or ship out, basically,
Yeah.
right? But I can't wait to see him. Hunter, coming out here. What's up, buddy? What you been up to? Huh? Sit down. Yeah. Wow. That was pretty nice, huh? So, wow. Standing ovation from the crowd. That's pretty cool. So, how have things changed for you? Because remember, on the last time you were here, you had all those issues, right? You were picking on your brother, or you were bullying.
I've been nicer to my brother, and I realized what I've done to my mom to upset her, and I've been nicer to her.
So does that feel good, right?
Yeah, it does.
That feels good. So do you feel like a different person now?
Yeah, I feel like I need to be more successful in my life, and to be like you. I want to be like you.
You want to be like me?
Yeah, I want to be like you.
Wow. So we talked about, last time you were here, you talked about joining the army, right? And I made you do the push-ups, and you did a pretty good job of that. And then I made a deal with you. You talked about joining the army, right? And I made you do the push-ups, and you did a pretty good job of that. And then I made a deal with you. And that deal was I would take care of you and take you to DC and an army base and things like that, right? Come on, Mom, change seats with me. Before I do, I want to tell you something. So they want me to cry, and I'm probably going to cry in a minute, all right? So why I'm so proud of you is because I look at this. This is your report card, right? Which is honor roll. Well, you've done your part, right? Because these are amazing. So now I've got to do my part, right? I promise you something. Now I'm going to make good on my deal. So, here, if I cry, don't worry about it. Here in this envelope is 2 tickets, air, hotel, to Washington, D.C. I am personally going to take you inside the Pentagon. I'm going to introduce you to some people that you will never, ever get a chance to meet. And the reason I'm doing that is because you are such an amazing young man, right? And I think that as we go through this next couple of years, we're going to be very close. I have some very special people in that Pentagon. When you meet them, it's gonna change your life like you changed mine.
Thank you.
All right? So we're gonna have some fun. Yeah. Hunter is the epitome of what can happen if given nurturing, not only by parents, but also guidance from other folks in the community.
Yes.
It's never too late to change, and you are the person that can go out there to other guys, girls that are having a tough time, like you did, and say, you know what? It can be positive. It doesn't always have to be negative, right? You ready for our trip? All right. Stay with us. We'll be right back.